Good morning, Idle Talk Mini fam. You're gonna hear this later. You're not gonna hear it in the morning. You're gonna hear it probably in the afternoon. But I'm on site. I'm at my job currently. I got here a little early, a lot early actually, like 45 minutes early, because one of our other sites that I live close to. Right, I live really close to this place. It's unfortunately there's a concert there. Yawn. This morning. And I was trying to see if there was any other places we could probably move the coaching sessions to this morning. And I think we just, as I was looking, we kind of just made the call to cancel the day outright. And because the festivities start at 10 and they don't finish until 9, they're at the park today. So it's gonna be a crazy one, I want to say. But so I'm here early on site, and I thought I'd record a mini. So I think I created Thanos yesterday. Just let you know that right now. I think I kickstarted somebody's villain era. Not too sure. I personally didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I don't know. I just thought enough time had passed and revelations were made and the pieces were put together, and I kind of feel bad now. I feel like whoever is in the way of that person is just gonna get dealt with accordingly. I don't know. I think I did my part. I guess that was my mission. I don't think that was true, but it is what it is, and there was some unintended consequences that came to that. But I've been recently using dating apps more, and I just don't get why people are upset in their bios when they're like, I have 4 kids, and if you don't like that, don't swipe on me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna swipe on you because you have 4 kids. First of all, why do you have 4 kids and you're 25 years old? Okay, isn't that crazy? I have my shit from 25 to 35 because I like them a little bit older than me. And I'm just looking through it sometimes. A lot of these bios, I don't really swipe because I have to be really low on serotonin to swipe and match up with people. But I'm just I've been reading these bios lately, and I'm just man, why are you mad at me that I don't want to be with you because you have 4 kids? I mean, there's plenty of women out there that, have kids, and there are guys out there that don't mind that. Sure, there's some people, that I would date that have kids, that have 1 or 2 kids, and that's fine with me, right? But when it comes, the bio is, that aggressive, off the rip, I'm just ease into it. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's not going to care. Plenty of people don't care. If you have kids and you're either a single parent, a single mom or single dad, no one's going to give a shit. There's people out there that don't care, that if they vibe with you, they vibe with you. I feel for the most part, I've been kind of that guy. But then there's also people who are nah, they're not with it. And that's okay. That's their preference, they don't want to do that shit. They don't want to handle that. They probably want to start their own kid, or they probably want a partner who doesn't have children so they can, create a first child together. And that's okay. Just something I've been kind of stumbling onto. And I've noticed that more and more, in New York, and there wasn't that, many people out there with a hyper aggressive bio like that. But I feel here in Baltimore it's kind of more common that a lot of people are single parents and maybe over dating. So I don't know, just something, an observation I guess I had, but it was just out of curiosity. I'm thinking I don't mind if you got a kid or 2, sure, if I like you, I like you. Honestly, it all boils down to that. If you're a single parent and I like you, then I will make things work. As long as you feel comfortable with me and you introduce me to your child or whatever, then we're all good. We're all squared away. But I'm not gonna force myself into anything. I'm not gonna make it awkward or anything like that. I just my 2 cents on, I guess, dating a single parent. But I have not done so, but I have made it to a few like talking stages, and it was never really an issue. It was just more like maybe like the connection burnt out or died away eventually. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I've just noticed that in the dating scene. Now that I'm 25, I set, the range. Like, my range has always been like 25 to 30. But when I had my range lower when I was younger, I don't think that was ever like, I think the biggest issue at that time, like when I had my range from like 20 to 25, when I was like 20 and like in the middle of that range, or even 19 sometimes, because again, I like them a little older. It's just like, I guess the biggest issue during there was like, hey, I'm not here to just fucking go away. And now it's like, now, I don't know why, but now it feels like that 25 to 35 range is like, hey, like, I've got kids, fuck with me or don't. And I'm just like, okay, probably not going to now. But I don't know, it's just a little observation I had while I'm sitting here in this parking lot. It's not a park, but it's kind of a park. Yeah, so see you guys later.